Okay, Haze Meg here, doing a video on a new gadget I got for my Sur Ron Light Bee. So I'll tell you what it is right now. So it's a Star Series Handguard mirror kit. So they're mirrors for my my Sur Ron Light Bee. So let's go check them out. What these do. That's what it looks like in the back of the package. What these do is they attach to your handguards as mirrors. So it attaches mirrors to your handguards, basically. So you got mirrors on your handguards. So yeah. And I'll tell you in a little bit why I decided to buy this instead of what I got right now. Okay, I managed to get the package open. It was stapled together with some very thick staples. So what a pain in the ass. So it's made by Powermadd here. This is part number 34289, made in Taiwan. Yeah, so it's made by Powermadd with 2 D's. And I guess this is another kind of part number 18-95097. All right, so let's go take a look at what we got in the package. Here's the little cover, same thing front and back pretty much, nothing inside. Nothing too interesting there. And then we got some instructions here. We got a little hardware kit, which consists of 4 Allen head bolts, 2 kind of square nuts, and 2 washers and 2 lug nuts, and 2 springs. And a little Powermadd sticker, 1 white and 1 black, and then 2 looks like the mirror assemblies. So here we go. Let's take a look at these guys. So the mirrors are really teeny tiny. It looks like it's just really only just there, just to quickly check what's behind you, But maybe it'll be better than the ones that I have on the bike. Okay, so there's both of the mirrors right there. So the cool thing is, like, it has like a flip feature, so you can flip it like this way, the arm, and it has a 360-degree rotatable convex mirror here. So it's small, but you can see a lot behind. It has a good field of view, basically. So it's just there. I know it's like you were just looking. I have these on my car, and I basically use these as a blind spot mirror, just in case. So it's just there to quickly check to see if something is in your blind spot. So you could change a thing. So you can see here, and the instructions here, it's saying to like drill a hole in your handguard. Oh, okay, these go on the ends. Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure these will break if you drop the bike like that. But there's a way you can mount it on the inside. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of the way it is. We'll have to... so these are designed to work with the Powermadd handguards. They make an actual handguard for this. So I have Tusk handguards, so we'll see if we can get to work with those. When I bought them, hoping that we can adapt them. So, alright, so let's go see what we got online. Alright, so that is what Hades Omega is rocking right now on the his Sur Ron Light Bee. They're 2 Tusk folding dual sport mirrors is what they are. They're really cheap. I think they were like $15. Oh, I didn't go over the price though. This is about 20 bucks. You can find this about roughly around 20 bucks. It was like 1936 exactly, but it's about 20 bucks. So these are supposed to mount to the handguard. So these ones, they can fold around and everything, but the reason I don't like these is they flop around a lot, see? When you're riding, they vibrate a lot like that. You can't see anything. And unlike these, how this one, everything is like really tiny, and you can see, you can see me in the mirror, a good chunk of me. If I look in this mirror, only you can see is really the camera. For some reason, they put a lens, or yeah, they put like a mirror kind of lens that is really, everything is really big, and so I would prefer this. Actually, that was supposed to be the idea, to put some mirrors, like I guess bigger ones, and stick them onto here so you could see better. But I think I'm just going to get rid of them, period. I just don't like them. They move around when you're riding off-road. It's not very good. So we're going to go install these guys. Probably going to install them like that, or like that, to the top. Yeah, we'll have to figure something out. But basically, you can drill a hole in the handguard and then bolt them there. I think what it's saying in the in that manual, I don't know if there's a left and a right. Let me see. Are these different? Yeah, they are different. Okay, so you can flip flop them. We'll figure out how we can get it on there the best way. So they're saying is to drill a hole. Yeah, drill a hole in your actual handguard and stick them in there, kind of like that. But then it would be sticking out the side. I definitely don't want to do that. I think this one's supposed to go. If I was going to do it that way, it would go. I don't know. Be like this or something, right? Or like this. I'm not sure. Not really sure. I mount it like that. Because it was saying to mount them like this. I don't know, but the way I want to mount it is I want to mount it inside the handguard. That way it won't break, it won't stick out or anything. Unless you flip your bike over, it might not. You know, these look pretty stout too. So basically, you can just mount them anywhere on the handguard. I guess the most secure place would be to mount it on the handguard itself. But I'm gonna have to play around with the position to see to put it where we can like actually make use of it, like in traffic, But that looks pretty cool right there. Yeah, right there looks good. Or on the actual bar itself, and then you can actually adjust it by swiveling it out. So yeah, that's the idea. So. When I get them installed, I will show you. I'll show you what it looks like. So, all right, let's make up. Okay, so I'm working on these mirrors. So I've kind of figured out how I wanted to install them. I think you can install them any way you want. I'm gonna try to install them as you can either install as a fixed mirror or a swiveling mirror. I think no matter what, it would swivel though. Yeah, because these aren't made for these handguards, so they're going to swivel no matter what. So I do want them to swivel just because if I do drop the bike, I don't want them to bust off. I would rather have them rotate, or swivel, or rather than just break off. So that's what I don't want to happen. So all right, so what I did was I was outside. Okay, let me look at my garage. Okay, so I was outside and I rode my bike outside and I parked it in front of one of these cars. And when I was on the right side, I tried to put the left mirror on to figure out which one is the best, gives you the best position. And then I did the opposite. I parked it on the left side and then I looked on the right side on the right mirror to see where the car was. So it makes a good blind spot mirror is what it does. That's basically what they are. They're just blind spot mirrors. But I don't know if you'll be able to make out anything in the back. But I know at night these blind spot mirrors, they work real good. Because if you're riding and a car comes up behind you and you see a light, then you know like, oh, something's in that lane. So that actually kind of makes it easy. But they're so small, it's really hard to make stuff out. So yeah, so that's just my opinion on that. But we will find out when we actually take it for a ride. So what I did is I figured out where I wanted them, what position I wanted to give me the best view. I chose a view that so I wouldn't see too much of the handguard or the grip, and I could still see what's beside me. And these have a good the mirror actually articulates. You can rotate it. And it has different angles and stuff. It's pretty sweet mirror. I'm actually quite impressed with it. So yeah. And then what I did is I got a punch, Harbor Freight punch here, spring-loaded punch, and then I held it where the hole was, and I punched a little dimple in there, and then that's where we're gonna drill. I don't think I want to drill it with it on the bike. I'm gonna remove the handguard. And then we'll install it. So you can install these any way you want, simply because this is not the right handguard for it. If you bought the Powermadd handguards, then you can install it the way they told you in the manual, but you can install it any way you want on here. And I chose to install it like right here. Right, that's where the dimple is right there. I thought it might be better with the spoilers, but I have a DR650 that has the taller spoilers, and it doesn't really make much of a difference. It's just a little bit extra coverage, so I was hoping that the spoiler will cover the this guy, so it doesn't. But you're not going to be riding at such a fast speed that that like aerodynamics is going to affect you. At speeds of like 55 and over, that's when aerodynamics plays a big part. So that's the good thing about the Sur Ron. It's not that fast. It's just about at that. It can get you about that speed where like aerodynamics does not, you know, make a difference. You know. Yeah. So that's my opinion. And that's like, you know, I have a major in aviation, so that's how I know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go drill the hole, and then we're gonna go install the mirror. So I have it so like this one is the right one and this one is the left one. You can actually flip-flop them and, you know, get them the way that you want them. But this is the way I chose. I chose to have this one on the right and this one on the left, and it's gonna be kind of like, it's gonna kind of be sticking out a little bit this way. But like I said, it'll swivel. If you do dump the bike, like let's say in the sand or something, it'll like it'll swivel out of the way a little bit, so that's good. Or you can just swivel it out of the way, period. But the way I want it is I want it to be like on there all the time. I don't want to mess around with it, so we'll see. And I hope it'll be nice looking instead of this goofy looking setup here. So all right, so next step, I'm going to go remove the handguards, and then we're going to go drill holes in the spoilers or the brush guards, and then bolt them on. Hopefully that'll do it. Alright. Okay, Hazelmeg here, and this is what I've come up with. I will be taking these mirrors off, by the way, when I get the chance. So I just installed it. So what I did is I took the handguards out. I put Loctite for the spoilers, these screws here. See here, this is here and here. I didn't put Loctite on it before, so I Loctited it up this time, just in case it comes loose. So there it is. So I drilled the hole. It was really easy, plastic. The good thing about where I drilled it is like in the middle of the spoiler, so the chances of it breaking or cracking is not gonna happen, not likely to happen. That's what I'm thinking. So there it is. You can see there the mirror is very much smaller than this mirror, but you can see a lot more in this mirror because everything is much smaller. So you can kind of see the helmet that's on my motorcycle right there. You can see right here, there's my 07 bike I'm supposed to sell. You can see that in the mirror. You can kind of make it out. If I go closer, you can make it out. Yeah, there it is. See, so it looks like it works pretty good. So if the bike were to fall down, it would just swivel like boop, like that. And it also makes a good if you want to look at yourself riding camera, riding mirror also, it swivels pretty well over there too. And I will have to see how well it vibrates when we ride. So the way it's bolted on, the way I bolted it on, is we drilled a hole in the plastic where I said, after taking the handguards off, and then I put this is the longer bolt. There's 4 bolts, and 2 of them are there's a shorter one and a longer one. I used the longer one. It doesn't look like it interferes with the brake lever at all. I think you got plenty of room to manipulate the brake lever. Plenty of room, even with gloves on. Yeah, plenty of room. It's not going to interfere at all. If not, you can shave it a little bit. But so it's the longer bolt. See there? It's a longer bolt with a washer here on this side, and then so I didn't put another washer on the other side because this is kind of like a flat piece of plastic just resting on there. That kind of acts as a washer, you know. And then the spring, and then a lock washer, the lock nut right here. I could add a little dab of Loctite at the end of this too, would be good. The good thing is the spring actually kind of acts as a sort of like a safety, like a, you know, to keep it from backing out type of thing. I don't know what the word is. the word escapes me right now. but anyway, it'll keep it from backing out because it keeps tension on the lock nut. And I tightened it so the coils are pretty much bottomed out almost. But yeah, it's pretty tight, but it's not tight enough where it won't move. So you'll have to guess how you want it. I don't want this thing to be moving while you're riding. So if it does move, we're gonna have to tighten it. So when I do take this out for a test ride, I will take the Allen wrench and the wrench to tighten that, just in case it was a knot thing. So that's how it is. You have 360-degree adjustment here. So if you wanted to see, let's say, the ground, you can see that over there. And here you can see your arm right there. And then there you can see the bike again. So it's got some pretty good adjustability. So I think I'm gonna have it like that, where you can see just pretty much, you can't see anything else. You can see a little bit. You see a little bit of this handguard here, and then just the rest is out that way. So we'll have to actually try it out and see how it is. But I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, if the bike was to take a fall, this would just poof, it would just swivel. Hopefully it won't break. I'd imagine if you fell or dropped the bike a certain way, it may twist this and break it off. It does kind of, you know, flop around a little bit. I hope it doesn't flop around too much. It doesn't flop around too much like this, but up here it does a little bit, because it's kind of up there. The wind may affect it too. So like I said, we've got to actually take it out for a test ride. So, but yeah, there it is. I will be taking these off too. These things are garbage. If anybody wants to buy them from me, let me know. Yeah, so it looks pretty good. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it from the front. As you can see, they're quite inboard. They're quite inboard. They're about, yeah, like 2 fingers, like an inch from the edge. So I doubt if you drop the bike that it would actually hit anything. But just in case your bike like cartwheeled or something, or you know, it'll move, or like you hit a branch or something and it'll, you know, it has some play. Is the good thing. So, but for the most part, I intend to just keep them like this. I think we can experiment when we ride off road. We can like fold it inward, you know, and it doesn't get in the way of anything. Can you use it in the folded position? No, not really. If you want to look at yourself while you're riding, yeah. Well, yeah, you could. There's some adjustability still. But yeah, if you fold it in, you can't see anything. You can see yourself. That's pretty much it. It's a vanity mirror, is what it is. So to really get it to do what it's designed to do, like act as a mirror for riding, you gotta swivel it out. But I'm pretty impressed with it. We'll see how it is when we take it for a test ride. I'm pretty happy. I don't think we'll have any problems riding off-road with it, but we'll have to. We will do a on-road video, and then we will do an off-road video. The on-road video will probably be right after this video, and then I will make a separate video when we go ride it off-road to see how well it did. And it'll just be me riding around the trails. A couple clips of me riding on the trails, on some gnarly trails, and then we'll just I will vlog about like how well it did at the end. So, all right. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have handguards on your even just spoilers, if you just have the spoilers or the brush guards on your bike, you can probably install these. I think this is the best. I looked at other options, and I think this is the best option if you're going to be riding this bike on trails and stuff. These, like I said, these are too floppy, and you can't see anything. The mirror is like, it's just, everything is like zoomed in. You can't make anything out. It's totally useless. And they move around. I don't think I tightened them up that much, but they do move around when you're riding too. I caught it like swiveling this way and stuff. So, but I didn't really use them when we were off-road anyways. They just flopped around all over the place. There's no way you could use them, you know. Hopefully these will be a little more stable than those, because there's not much, you know, there's no long neck like this to flop around. Alternatively, I think probably your next best option for if you want for like a dual sport mirror for for Sur Ron Light Bee is, let me go show you. Alright, here's your next best option. Double take mirror. This is my double take mirror on my DR650. I've ridden with this mirror for many miles, like probably more than 10,000 miles I got on this mirror. I did break the lens one time when I low-sided my bike on the pavement, and that's why it has this. I actually replaced the mirror, but I put it the wrong way, so I put this convex mirror here. So so I'm not a stranger to using convex mirrors. They work great. It just makes everything kind of small, so you have to, like, you should still do head checks. But yeah, the way this works is you get a ram ball mount, like the one we have on the Sur Ron, or the GPS mount, like this one, and then you just there's a double take mirror here, and it has a ball at the end of it, and then you just use this coupler here, and it has it moves around. You can swivel them inward or outward, and they're like really tough. They can take a good beating. I've put these through the ringer, and they are trail tested. They're adventure riding tested. So by Hades Omega himself. Sometimes they move around a little bit. I think these are just getting old. That's why. But yeah, you just tighten it up as much as you can, and you don't have, like, if you want to fold them in, you can fold them in. So in my opinion, this is the best thing. But yeah, I don't really want these big beefy mirrors like sticking out on the side of my dirt bike. This is my adventure bike. Yeah, we ride this thing on the street a good amount of time, so at high speeds on the freeway and stuff. So I would want a pretty good mirror, and it's a tough mirror too. It'll take a beating, but they're expensive too. Those other ones were cheaper. They're like 20 bucks, and then they just mount on the handguards. I'm wondering if I should put a pair on this just to try it out for this bike. but yeah, anyway, so yeah, that was the Powermadd Handguard mirror. Take a look at the part number at the beginning of the video or in the description if you guys want to install some handguards for your Sur Ron Light Bee. So after this video will be the street ride test / review. So look forward to it. Also, these are the parts that were left after the install. The shorter bolts here, shorter Allen head button head bolts, and the square nuts. I think the square nuts were designed for the Powermadd Handguard, so you could probably use them. They'll be square nuts, so I think they're designed to fit in like a recess or something, so they don't spin, But that's okay. We'll just keep these. Maybe I might be able to use it for another project. So that's these are the leftover parts.